Welcome back to another daily episode of Risk of Rain 2 for Hope College. We are recording with a new microphone position. It's approximately 25 degrees farther upwards than it was before, in the exact same position of my desk. I'm starting out the video with the most useless factoid I could have possibly thought of at the current moment. That's wonderful. The random character we rolled is... We're looking at a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Rex run. Ooh. Okay. I don't know, Smoothie Rex. Rex is a strange character. But a fun one nonetheless. Does a lot of self-damage, does a lot of damage other way. So what time is it right now? It's 7:53 on a Thursday afternoon. Is that... Oh, that's gonna be spicy. No, it's a little bit, it's a little bit of that evening time. I missed that. That was really sad. So, you know, and that's okay, I think. You know, get a little bit later in the evening. Got that, the mind is all set up for banter, but it's not too late, so it's not like I'm gonna be, you know, lacking in mental faculties after a long, difficult day of college. Not that today was a long or difficult day of college. I won't lie. I'm not... The channel built on my personal honesty. Why would I lie to you? Oh! Oh, this is bad. Yeah, okay, we're resetting. You know what? No, we're leaving this in. You know what? Yeah, we're resetting. We're gonna run it back. That was just not... I haven't played Rex in probably like a year, to be fair to myself. So we're gonna run that back, try it again. Big chest right there. Is that a second big chest over there? Oh, okay. So yeah, Rex is strange because you gotta manage his output of damage to himself against his output of healing. So he has a whole lot of ways he can heal himself and a whole lot of ways he can hurt himself to deal damage to other people. And he's a very interesting character. Also, he has a projectile-based primary fire, which makes him a little bit harder to play than others. But he also just has this, which allows him to just absolutely crap down the throats of anybody who wants to oppose him. And then this, which allows him to heal himself based on the enemy corpses or just the enemies in this whole area. And see how it's healed me all the way back up to full. His main shot, the third one, you can see the little aura around it, weakens enemies and also heals me, which is very useful. And then his shift deals like 20% of my health to myself, I think. But at the same time also heals me based on the enemies that I hit. Guillotine ain't bad. Instantly kills low health elite enemies. I think it starts like 15%? Maybe 20? Oh, that's alright. That'll be better later on, but you know, it's okay for now. Would have preferred maybe literally anything else. That's not true. There are some pretty bad green items, but maybe like a red item would have been nice. Yeah, so in a situation like this, I can just boom, and now I'm healed again. That's kind of the Rex Rumble. That's what I'm calling it. That's the Rex Rumble, baby. Yeah, yeah. That's what we're calling it, the Rex Rumble. Wow, I tried to use that to not take fall damage. I just ended up hurting myself and then taking fall damage. That's what we're looking for. Razor Wire, ooh, baby. Because Rex hurts himself with all of his abilities, and then the Razor Wire procs, which hurts everything around Rex, which once I get like some Leeching Seeds or some Harvester Scythe plus crit, you know, some names you're gonna hear me saying just about every single run. You know, at that point we're vibing, man. Yeah. In fact, the Razor Wire deals so much ridiculous damage in early game. Also helps. That's nuts too. Alright, we got a pretty good start here. If I do say so myself, and god damn it, I do say so. Medkit's also very nice because then I can hurt myself and then get more healing out of the medkit. Berserker's Pauldron? Oh, that's alright. I'm sure that'll get some use. And I think one thing you guys are probably noticing about Rex at this point is that he's very slow. That's his major weakness, is that he's not fast. I think maybe he'd go a little bit faster if he wasn't literally digging through the ground whenever he was running. Feeble Queen, where you at? There you are. Just drop. Yep, and then we're gonna flat, and then we're gonna keep dropping the sauce. Give me the heals. Yeah. So this is what Rex does. He deals a shitload of damage and almost dies all the time. Yeah, you're constantly like both in charge of every situation you're in and also like a moment away from dying. The ATG is very good here. A lot of damage, big damage. Yeah. So what's happened in my day? I haven't even gotten to like the daily recap. Well, it's a Thursday, so I only have one class. It's my English class, and it was presentation, so I played video games for an hour and a half. And pretended to listen to people talk about shit I didn't care about. That sounds callous, but like it's a college English course where people are allowed to present on anything that they want, and so you know it's like highways. Like I don't care. You know. I had a meeting for theater. That's why I'm recording a little bit later than normal. About the musical in the spring, which starts in February. February 20th is rehearsal, which is a little bit late in the season. But you know what? I trust the system. And it's very exciting. I'm very excited to be part of that ensemble. If just for the experience, if not because I enjoy theater. You know? But I think the experience will be nice, getting to start a rapport with a director that is, you know, staying after this year, seeing as the teacher of my acting class is leaving. Will also probably be pretty useful. Seeing as, you know, that's how you build connections, is you start rapport with people that you like. Or that you want to like you at the very least. I mean, I think Diana's pretty cool. You know? I think I might have actually just said her name wrong. That's really, really funny. This is not that. That's very valuable for us because it allows us to deal less damage to ourselves, but still deal damage to ourselves. But no, the director seems really cool. She's a really cool lady. Very experienced, it seems like. She's got an MO, and she's... No, I don't let anyone else fuck with it. I appreciate that. It instills me with confidence. Man, you really thought you were allowed to exist in my world, and I'm here to tell you that that's just not the case. It's Rex time, baby. Besides that, I went to the Klutz Writing Center, which is where we get all of our writing advice. And that was very cool. I came in there with 2 essays with time to only review 1, and the essays were of enough quality that I was able to leave 20 minutes early after reviewing both. So, you know, I feel like that's pretty good. You know, if I do say so myself, it's at least better than I expected would happen. I thought I was gonna like barely get through 1, and he was like, "No, these are both kind of amazing." I was like, "Oh, wow." I mean, that's pretty good coming from a guy who's like literally getting paid to review my papers. I mean, there's like also the genuine possibility that he just like didn't care, but that's not what I got out of it. From his attitude, you know? Well, that was a really unfortunate time for that thing to shut down. Like, the guy seemed like genuinely, like, he cared and was pretty knowledgeable on the subject, you know? I mean, maybe I'm stupid. I try not to be too dull. I guess if I get both these essays back in the college, like, you failed and also go home, like, you know, fair enough. At that point, I will know that I was not wise in my decision to trust this guy. What was his name? Carter? Carter. Fucking, I'm remembering you forever. If you end up screwing me, I got your number, big man. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. So, Rejuvenation Rack makes me heal for twice the amount that I normally do, which, with this character, is very important. Means all of the healing that I'm doing is now just ridiculous. Which is wonderful. That's exactly the type of shit I was hoping to see today. Now, I've gotten Rejuve Rack in so many of these runs that I've lost because I have, like, no actual healing. And then I'll get Rejuve Rack, and it's like, yay, it's doubling the nothing. But, no, genuinely useful Rejuve Rack, finally. I wonder what run really could use Rejuve Rack. That Engineer run. The Engineer run would have been amazing with Rejuve Rack. Alright. Plant down the seed. Drop the black hole to drag everything into the seed. And then heal. Yep. Just keep hitting that. Right click. And there we go. Chronobubble, not what we're looking for. Really, really not what we're looking for here. Chronobubble slows enemies on hit for a couple seconds. 100% chance to do so, which, you know, makes it reliable to proc things that, like, require to have multiple debuffs or something, because you don't have to get, like, a percentage chance. But at the same time, slowing just slows the movement speed, doesn't slow the attack cycle, so it literally doesn't do anything for you. It's quite literally a debuff that does nothing. Like, because, oh yay, that beetle is, like, a little bit slowed down, but, you know, any of these guys with range attacks, they're just gonna kill me anyway. Still, you know what? Happy to have it, just in case we get a death mark on this run. Who knows? Might happen. Crazier things have happened, you know? Yeah, no, Rejuve Rack has me screaming and crying in delight. Oh, and there's that pauldron too. So, what's going on tomorrow? Tomorrow is my last day of classes in my first semester of college. Which is crazy to me. Like, it's genuinely bonkers. That's a thing that people still say. Bonkers. Yeah. Frickin' bonkers, bro. Yeah, I mean, I got acting, I got computer science, and I got a crit printer? Oh my god! And I got, is that it? And, oh, first year seminar. Yeah, I got FYS. Which, again, does not stand for fuck yourself, as many times as I mistakenly, people think that, like, it's like, yeah, what class you got right now? Fuck yourself! And I'm like, no, it's FYS, I'm sorry. It's first year seminar, not fuck yourself. And the joke gets funnier every time. Guaranteed. And what do you mean the joke's not funny? Just shut up. It's funny. Fuck. Yeah, that's one joke that just gets funnier every time. Or so the Germans would have you believe. Can you tell I'm on like a Norm Macdonald stint recently? Guy's hilarious. I mean, was hilarious. He's like if dad jokes were a comedian, but like extremely funny and successful. Which is honestly like a type of guy after my own heart, because I love dad jokes. You, my good sir, please don't do that to me. You need to cease all bodily function. Thanks. Yeah, it doesn't matter what you are. Yep, go in the burner. Yeah, we're gonna try to get that up to like to 9 before the end of the stage. Just so if we do get sides, then we're popping off even harder than we already are, because this run's already ridiculous. And the crit is, you know, doubling my damage. That's like also pretty good. But I need to find any items at all. Maybe? I mean, at all? There's a chest. You know what? I'm okay with being a little bit slower on this run. Rex can go slow. Rex has the healing innate and the tankiness to go slow. And I don't really have a fucking choice, seeing as, you know, how fast we're moving. You know, we're really gonna mosey on over to wherever we gotta go here. Oh yeah. I'm not editing. I don't edit these videos, so you get to experience every agonizing moment of me slowly walking around looking for items. To you know, then slowly walk all the way back up there and print. Alright, so that was a waste of about a minute of our collective time. I don't know where all the freaking chests are on the stage. Plenty of money. There's some stuff over there. I'm just gonna... Boop? Nice. You know what? That's better than taking like fucking like 5 minutes or whatever it would take to get back down there. Alright, that's gonna go in the printer. Oh, I thought you were a chest. I'm like really disappointed that you weren't actually. So let's get 2 more white items before we're heading back up there. Alright, there's one. Oh, I see some chests over there. Oh man. Yeah, I'm just gonna do this for fun. Oh, it actually makes me a little bit faster. Let's go. Oh, use that temporary movement speed. Yes. Oh yes, that's also gonna be movement speed. I'm gonna get rid of in like, you know, a minute. Yeah, you're gonna eat my shorts there, big man. Eat pant, you know. Oh yeah, yeah. All right. We gotta get back to the crit printer. We're going as fast as this stubby ass little man can carry us. Alright. Go! Oh, we made it. Let's go. Alright. This is a speed run. We're already like 3 minutes behind schedule, but it's a speed run. What active item we got in there? No. Alright, now we're gonna slowly print out these 4, sorry, glasses. Man, you didn't even, like, try to give me suspense. You took the movement speed item first shot. That's, like, deeply upsetting to me. Oh, that's nice. Alright, and we're keeping the repulsion armor. That's okay. Let's get the hell out of Dodge. We've spent enough time here. I'm gonna do the same speedrun strat I did last time. Alright, ready? Leap and faith. Oh, I missed. It's okay. We still got on the platform. Just with less grace than last time. I tried to delay the jump a little bit. That's okay, because I'm gonna be able to go... Boop. So... No, there's been like long trials and tribulations balancing this game. There was a little while where Rex was like easily the strongest character because of that shift ability that I have. Because, you know, like it heals me when it deals damage to other people, but and like it's not hard to be HP positive on it, as you guys have seen. Every time I use it, I get HP essentially. And so there was like a period of time where instead of that being on a 5-second cooldown, and dealing like the amount of damage that it did, it was on a 2-second cooldown and dealt and healed like 2 times the damage that it did. So you could just spam the ever-loving shit out of it. It was so easy to play Rex, because you would just go around, like find a group of oh, Find a group of enemies. That's the second, like, 1% chance red item we've gotten, by the way, this run. And they've both been very good. I'm in Frozen. Oh, Jesus. That was quite scary. I almost just died. We're doing okay, though. You know, full health again, because Rex. Doing the Rex things. What's that? No, I don't care. No, I don't care at all. So we're gonna vibe straight up, Melancholy Hill. Yeah, that's a horrible teleporting position. You know, this, Rex is like a funny story about, like, artificial intelligence. Because, his whole thing is that, like, oh no, I'm dead. I'm not dead. Is that, like, he was this robot that was designed to basically keep, oh, there's the death mark, keep a plant alive. And so, like, there's a bunch of him on, like, a space station. And for some reason, like, Rex's plant, which, like, he's still wearing on his head there, it was just, like, a piece of shit and didn't want to grow. Which is understandable. And so, like, Rex was, like, really trying to keep the fucker alive and, like, you know, grew sentience because of this plant doing funny things to him. And so, like, oh god, he's sentient, throw him out. So he chucked him out the fucking airlock and he ends up in hell. Which is that, like, that underground, it's not actually hell, but, like, it looks like it. It's that underground, level that we go to, it's all red. We might go there next stage even. And then, like, you know, you can resurrect him, because, like, he loses power, because, like, he's underground, like, 1 billion miles. And he wants to, like, go into power preservation to keep the plant alive. And so then, like, you save him by giving him, like, a fusion reactor, and then he becomes a playable character. So it's really cute. I mean, like, I feel like in this world, if there's, like, an artificial intelligence that, you know, like, became sentient to keep a plant alive, like, that'd be like the most popular sentient being on Reddit. Yeah, this place. Yeah, the Abyssal Depths. Like, they'd be the most popular creature on this planet, most likely. You know, I'd be like, Wesley, why would they be the most popular creature on this planet? I mean, have you seen Reddit? Reddit goes crazy when, like, something way less cute happens. Like, that's like the cutest shit I've ever heard of. I don't know about you, but like a little robot fella keeping a plant alive, like, that's adorable. Especially if, like, he's, like, alive, you know? And I feel like there's so many updates that come out of that story. Oh, I hate Elder Lemurians. I hate you. I'm glad you're dead. Alright, we're gonna go see how much. Oh, that hit something. Oh, there's a stone tight. He's stuck in the ground. What happened to you, big dog? You doing alright? Oh god, he's out of the ground. Alright, I'm, like, significantly more intimidated, especially because my source of healing went away. We're doing okay though. Just gonna crap on him really quick. Yeah, sorry about it, bud. Sorry, because you're, easy? Easy boss? Oh, that's the guy I hit with that missile earlier. Oh, yeah. Yep. Yeah, see, Rex just he deals the damage, man. Like, he's still one of the best characters in the game, in my opinion. He deals so much damage. And sure, he's not, like, infinitely tanky like he used to be, but shoot, man, if he doesn't just crap out DPS like it's no one's business, man. It's like, it's 1990, and he's, I was popular in the 90s. I don't know, I started that analogy like there was somewhere it was gonna go, and there was absolutely nowhere that was going. Wow. I can't even, like, it's like 1990s and he's a pair of, like, ripped jeans. That's more of like an early 2000s thing, I guess. He's grunge music. There we go. We got there. He craps out damage like the 90s craps out grunge music. Or is that 80s? Fucking, I don't know, man. 90s crapped out, like, child pop stars. That's another one. That's another one that, you know, like, the more I think about it, like, the more I realize that the 90s and the early 2000s were, like, the exact same thing. Like, there was a new millennia, sure, but the culture was very similar. Which I say as somebody who was, like, a conscious human being in neither the 90s or the early 2000s. Surely offending some people who were, you know, alive and conscious during those periods. Yeah, because, I mean, like, I don't even have memories before, like, 2006. Yeah. Like, my earliest memories are probably in, like, 2006, but, you know, do you think I was aware of popular music subcultures when I was 4 years old? No. I mean, I wouldn't even really consider myself much of a music person at all when I was 4 years old. I don't remember. Outside of, like, probably nursery rhymes. But, I mean, even then, I was too busy reading all the fucking time. Yeah, I don't remember what I was like as a 4-year-old. Obviously. I mean, I remember breaking my fucking chin open on a toilet seat. I do remember that, like, vividly. Like, the earliest traumatic memory I have. Because all of the other early traumatic memories I have were, like, concussions, so I don't remember them anymore. Because that's what happens when, like, at 3 years old, you fucking dive off of a concrete bench onto concrete ground, like, fucking head first. You know, I mean, like, my parents were always, like, very, very cautious of me getting hurt, and yet somehow I've still had 5 concussions. And, like, it's not, like, their fault either. It's not like they were inattentive. I was just, like, profoundly stupid and unlucky. That was not worth it at all. I genuinely regret wasting all of our time doing that. I could have gotten, like, 100 other things, and instead I got greedy. And I deserve it. Let's get the hell off of the stage. I'm disappointed and I want to leave. I much prefer the fucking fighting the big fella to this stage and the other one. Because fighting the big fella, like, it doesn't hinder my progress if I get a bad item. You know? Like, sure I could die. But, like, oh well, I die usually anyway, apparently. But, like, you know, I mean, concussion number 1, I was, like, 3 years old at the Kalamazoo Nature Center, and my parents turned their back for, like, 4 or 5 fucking seconds to talk to the counselor that I was, like, working my camp group, and you know, I fucking decided it was time to give myself a seizure, so I dove off of a dove onto the concrete head first and fucking smashed my skull against the floor. We could fight Aurelionite. That's so much more saving, but I want to do it because I like killing Aurelionite. That's how this run dies. That's where my level of hubris gets too much, right? Yeah, and then, you know, I smashed my fucking face open on a toilet when I was 4. Which, again, not... I mean, that was kind of my mother's fault. Because she, like, drew up my bath, and there was, like, water on the floor, and I just tripped on it and ate shit. I still have, like, a defining scar from... Because I like, smashed it open, like bad. Like, it wasn't, like, a minor... Like, I had, like, stitches in the low 30s, I think. Like, they had the... Like, there was a lot of shit that went into my face that night. Most importantly, the bowl of the toilet seat. You know, and so, and that's not really, like, my parents' fault. That's my fault for not being able to fucking, like, walk without hurting myself. Because, like, moments before that, I distinctly remember this. I remember fucking hitting my elbow on the door like an idiot. And then my mom went something along the lines of like, "That's your funny bone," because I went like, "Ow, my elbow," because I was a pussy because I was like 4 years old. And I went, "That's not funny," or something, and then like immediately smashed my chin open, permanently disfiguring myself and traumatizing my young mind forever. Which is just like a hilarious story when you think about it. I don't know why I'm taking so much damage. Um, Give me more healing though, please. And then Bandolier allowing me to put up more than one little healing zone is very cool. Alright, and we're done. That's good. That's more max HP and regeneration, which is just more tankiness. Um, so... Oh, shoot. No! Fuck! God damn it. I knew it. I knew the moment I fat fingered the fucking shift button that was gonna happen. I'm so upset. Oh, and the head stompers are gonna make this take even longer. My most recent concussion was, the end of 2019. I know, like, 17 years ago at this point. You know, for all those unawares, not 17 years ago, even though it definitely feels like it. I was swimming. It was the first swim meet of my junior year season in high school, and I was practicing my laps for my fucking 500 because I swam distance, even though I really shouldn't have. I was way too injured to do that already, even before the concussion. And so I'm doing that, right, and I'm consistently leaving like on the minute to do a quick or do a 50 on pace to get my pace down. And so like every minute I'm telling her like on my way I gotta start off my pace 50. This fucking moron named Ethan. I don't remember his last name. Doesn't matter. Realistically, it doesn't really matter what his last name is. Just like the famous rock quote, doesn't matter what your name is. It's fucking idiot. Waits till like I'm actively leaving the wall to walk in front of me at like the perfect distance to get directly in my way. At the perfect distance to where like my legs were just fully extended. So like I just got to my maximum possible speed as he steps right in front of me. This kid like weighs 90. He weighs a lot more now because he gained a lot of muscle mass. But yeah, he weighed 95 pounds. So this kid is entirely bone. And I slammed my face directly into his fucking hip. Which again is entirely bone. Oh man, boys here are tough. And you know, I fucking, like, it hurt my entire body. I hit him so hard. Like, my whole back went, you know? I was like, whatever. I shook it off because I hadn't had a concussion like 4 years, 5 years, something like that. You know, it'd been a while. So I didn't even think about it. And so I finished my thing and I go to do my 500 and like, on the final lap of my 500, I fucking puke in the water and almost black out. You know, and I'm like, oh, it's just because it's been a long time. Like, I'm so rusty and I feel like shit. No. No, it was because I fucking smashed my face into an asshole and gave myself a, like, severe concussion. Which ended up, like, keeping me down for 2 weeks. I didn't accept the fact that I had a concussion immediately either, right? The next day I end up like going to my grandfather's birthday lunch. Yeah, that's what it was. And you know, like, it was fun or whatever, but like I'm barely conscious the entire day and like, you know, trying to enjoy my time with the family. I don't get to see them too often, and so I'm doing my best to keep my wits about me, but it was hard, man. And so I'm sitting there, like, doing my best, and fucking, you know, I like, I might have a concussion. Like, in the middle of the day, I was like, I told my mom my symptoms, and she's like, yeah, it sounds like you have a concussion, and I'm like, oh, that sucks. So Monday, I go into practice at 6 a.m. like, you know, a smart individual would. You know, and I try my very best to survive this practice. And halfway through it, we're doing 50s, and I literally can't swim in a straight line, so I'm swimming diagonally across 2 different lanes. And I can't even, like, tell when I'm turning. That's how fucking destroyed my brain was. And I'm like, well, that's an issue, but it's not a big enough issue for me to be concerned about. So I finished practice. I think I ended up getting out early and going to choir because I was like, I don't know, I just don't feel good. Oh man, that's whack. I'm getting dragged along by it, by the way. I'm not sure what's going on. I'll be honest with you. And so I end up going to choir, and I like, the music is in like Greek or something. It's not. It's in English, but like I literally couldn't read it. And so I pull out my phone, and over the course of like 10 minutes, I email my mom, like, hey, or they might have emailed my dad, one of the two. I'm like, hey, I literally can't read. Can I go home? And she's like, yeah, walk home, your dad will take you to the doctor or something. I guess what ended up happening. Or maybe I got picked up. I don't remember. I got home somehow. And then, like, I think I went to the doctor that day, maybe, or a different day. I can't remember, really, that entire week very well. Like, this is just, like, me trying to pull together the bits and pieces that I do remember. And so, you know, on the way to the doctor, I do remember that I distinctly remember, this was not the first time I went to the doctor for my diagnosis, but this was one of the other times I went to the doctor for, like, to signify treatment or something. And my dad tells me, because my dad has had, like, a billion concussions, because he was an athlete in the 70s and 80s, you know, before, like, healthcare existed. And so he's like, yeah, well, you know, like, all those football players, they become like abusive people because their brains begin to atrophy after having too many concussions. I was like, oh, well, how many concussions does that, like, start to happen at? He's like, 5. And I was like, oh, well, this is concussion number 5, Dad. And he's like, well, like, that's not a whelp situation, Father. Come on now. What do you mean, whelp? You just told me that my life was over. Like, what do you mean? Like, whatever. It ended up being fine. I'm actually gonna, like, I'm gonna take 2 of these. I'm just gonna take the crit glasses both times, so I'm gonna print 2 motherfucking items out. The other one, so yeah, I go up to 90% chance to crit. And you know what? Like, I mean, like, I'm sure it's had, like, lasting mental damage. Like, 2020 was a very difficult year, and I think part of it was because, like, my brain is turning into a fucking, like, soup inside my skull. But, you know, I mean, it didn't, like, have any, long-lasting, like, physical repercussions, that I've seen. There was a bit where we thought I lost, like, 4 or 5 points of my vision. I didn't, thank God, but, it was definitely, like, on the table, as a possibility, because of the fact that, like, I took an eye test for a physical, because I was thinking about doing senior year swim. I ended up not doing it, just because that swim team is so freaking toxic that I couldn't. But you know, like it was an option. So I ended up taking a physical for that, which ended up being good because then I got to, you know, I didn't have to get a new physical to participate in the poll this year, which made my life a little bit easier. Um, but either way, and so like, and I'm at physical. I take the eye test, and I don't know what was wrong with my eyes that day, but like they're just a little bit blurry because I like completely fucking fail in comparison to what I normally have with 20/20 vision. And the guy's like, yeah, you might want to go like see an optometrist by getting glasses. Like this is not good. And I was like, oh no. You know, secretly I'm like perfectly okay with it because I think glasses are I think I'd look good in glasses, but like I was like, oh no, that's like horrific that my fucking eyes are failing now that I smashed my brain in enough times. And I go to the optometrist like a month later, and I score 20/20 again. So I guess it was like it was a fluke, which is like fine, you know. I guess it's better than having broken eyes, you know. Um, it's just like it was a little bit concerning, you know. Because I don't want to. Oh, there's a Malachite over there. That's spooky. I don't want to deal with him. He shuts off my healing and then I die. Seeing as this character is like 80% based off of his healing, and I'm healing a lot and dealing a lot of self damage. So if he touches me, I just explode, which means I'm gonna kill him from over here. After, you know, murking him. Yeah, you're gonna. Where are you? Yeah, you're gonna. I'm just gonna. Yeah, there we go. Problem solved. So yeah, long story short, I still have 20/20 vision. Still don't have glasses. I haven't. To be fair, I haven't done a physical since that physical, but I do have the. Oh no, I didn't get my physical for when I got mono. So yeah, I just went to the doctors a lot. That was another fun story. If any of you are dating someone who works in the veterinary field, I hope you enjoy getting mono. No, it's not because they'll cheat on you. That's not why. That was my girlfriend before that one. No, it's because dogs are apparently like really big carriers of mono. So, and they like to lick people. So then, you know, if your girlfriend or boyfriend doesn't have tonsils and you have tonsils, and then also, you know, your girlfriend and or boyfriend or, you know, anything in between works with animals, this is getting real spooky. You might find yourself in a situation where your partner is asymptomatic and you have mono for 6 weeks. Oh, it shows we have enough things to proc death mark now. That's cool. You know, which was not enjoyable. I'm not gonna lie. But you know what? I lived. It only almost completely just shattered my dreams of going to college, but it didn't. And so we're good. But yeah, just be warned. Hopefully you also don't have tonsils, or you're probably going to get mono at least once in your life. Wow, we are just cramming out the damage, aren't we? Good freaking lord. There's more wandering vagrants somewhere? Oh. Well, asshole, why are you down there? Cool. And that's that. Oh, that's very fun. So now if I damage myself enough to get to low health, I can just, like, explode after healing. Wonderful. I mean, to be fair, it wasn't like the mono that almost shattered my dreams of going to college. It was the fact that like I was demotivated because I felt like shit and didn't apply for scholarships like an asshole, and then ended up just getting lucky and having my college almost give me a complete full ride because I'm poor. But like, you know, you didn't hear that from me. You know, for legal purposes, that didn't happen. Or something. It also made, like, the end of my high school career very interesting, because I was, you know, online, and I would like to say I think I fully recovered from mono a week after I got into school. I finally stopped being so sick I could barely move like a week after I got back to school. So, but that also meant that like all of like 6 weeks of assignments I hadn't been doing, like they needed to get turned in, you know, like a week before I had the motivation to do any of them, which was very very rough. And I mean, thankfully they didn't end up like failing me in all those classes and tanking my GPA, but they definitely did like not give me great grades, which is perfectly reasonable. But also like, come on, no. They had already spent like the last 9 months ruining my life. They didn't need to do any more, you know? Yeah, if you're thinking about taking your kids out to go public schools, make sure they do not enlist in the online program, because it's bad. Yeah, as a person who had a 3.7 GPA, and also took like calculus his sophomore year and pre-calc his freshman year after taking pre-calc in 8th grade, and also had all 4 of his basic math credits and 2 of his English credits done when he walked into high school. And then the fact that I almost didn't graduate because of 2020 and like the mismanagement of our school system. Don't bring your gifted kids to Otsego, because Otsego will just try to do their best to make them anything but that, and make them look horrible so that they stay in Otsego forever. But you didn't hear that from me. Principal's pretty awesome though. Hervé Dardis. I mean, if you wanna shout out to like an amazing guy who just like gets screwed over by all of his shitty coworkers, that's Hervé. He's regularly spends most of his time cleaning up the messes of all the fucking assholes that he works with. Which sucks, because like Hervé himself is a fucking amazing guy, you know? Like he's like the only thing that like he's disliked for is the fact that he cracks down on fucking like teenage nicotine use really hard, and then that's just because like, yeah, all the people who dislike him are people who are, you know, teenagers in high school who bring their fucking vapes in and get them taken because, you know, they're illegal. Which I never understood why like they got mad about that, you know? Like that's just like the game you play. Like I'd be like getting angry like a police officer for fucking taking your contraband. Like it's his job. Like, am I saying it probably wasn't annoying for those kids? No, I bet you it was like ridiculously annoying. I mean, I wouldn't want to be in that position. Not only am I getting like outed to my parents as like someone who's addicted to nicotine, but like also, you know, I mean, it's like inconvenient. Oh, blazing beetle cookies. That's spooky. Yeah, time to turn them into Swiss cheese, huh? Okay, they are not dying as quickly as I would have hoped. It should be okay though. I think I'm gonna be alright. Yeah, that. Okay, cool. And that's Nightmare's over. But yeah, you know, I mean, like on one hand, I can definitely see where you'd be mad if like someone took your 20, like, especially if you weren't buying disposables. Like if you like bought like a nice vape and your principal fucking takes it from you and throws it in the trash and it costs like $60, like, or like whatever, $40. Like, even like $40 is $40, especially to a teenager. That's like a lot of fucking money. Like I wouldn't want to waste $40 of like on something that just got fucking robbed from me. I mean, I completely agree. But also, like, that's what you get for buying contraband and bringing it into a government-owned facility. You know? It's just kind of the game you're playing at that point. Oh. Oh, alright. I guess you can die after you leave the stage. I didn't know that. That's really funny. Uh, wow, I was checking my phone because I had finished the stage, and apparently the game had other opinions about what I was doing. Alright, well, fucking cool. Have a good night, everybody. That was just very strange. Cool, bye.